Hello, and welcome to your next lesson. Now that you've had a chance to lay your strong foundation, let's apply this knowledge to automating the logical functions. Excel will build your formulas based on inputting the proper information, as this video will demonstrate. Please open the Logical Workbook and go to the Logical Auto tab to follow along in this lesson. As a reminder, the if statement will return a value based on true or false. The and statement will render a true if both formulas are true, while the or statement will return true if one or both formulas are true. And with that being said, let's get started on our lesson. Okay, so here we are on our spreadsheet, and I have added some data for us to work with. Before we get started, I would like to show you where to locate your tools. Let's go to the Formula tab. Let's go to the Function Library. Here you will see the logical drop-down. The tools we will be focused on today is the and, if, and or features. We will be taking what we have learned during this series and automating the process. Be sure to take advantage of the type instructions to follow along or practice. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So let's begin by selecting cell D7. Let's head up to our logical drop-down and select if. Okay, so let's go ahead and select cell B7. Let's type the equal sign and select cell C7. Now in the true field, I would like you to type equal, and in the false field, we will simply type the word false. Let's go ahead and click enter and view our results. Okay, so we'll repeat this process, but this time we're going to click inside of cell D8. Let's head up to our logical drop down and select if. Let's go ahead and select cell B8. Now we're going to go ahead and type the not equal sign, which is a combination of the less than and greater than symbols. Let's go ahead and select cell C8. Now in the true space, let's go ahead and type not equal, and in the false space, we'll go ahead and type the word false. Let's click enter and view our results. Okay, we're going to go ahead and repeat the process, but this time we're going to trigger a false. Okay, so now let's go ahead and select cell D9. Let's select if from our logical drop down. Go ahead and select cell B9 and type the equal sign. Let's select cell C9. In the true field, let's type equal. And in the false field, let's go ahead and type trigger. Let's go ahead and click enter and view our results. Okay, so we'll do one more and then we'll move on into the and statement. Let's begin by placing our mouse inside of cell D10. Let's go up to the logical statement and grab the if drop down. Let's go ahead and click cell B10. Let's go ahead and add the not equal sign. Let's go ahead and select cell C10. Let's type equal in the true value and trigger in the false value. And then let's go ahead and say OK. Okay, and those are your examples for using the if statement in the automated tool. I would like to move on to using the and or statements. Now before we begin, I would like to remind you to take advantage of the type instructions. These are there to help you follow along and to practice. Okay, so let's begin by selecting cell H7. Let's select and from the logical drop down. Let's click inside the logical field number 1 and select cell F7. Let's go ahead and type the greater than and equal symbol and type 700. Okay, now let's click inside the logical field number 2. Let's select cell G7. Now let's go ahead and type the greater than and equal symbol and type 40. Let's click OK and view our results. Okay, so we're going to do another one for and then we'll go ahead and move into the or statements. Let's begin by selecting cell H8 and select and from the logical drop-down. Let's click inside the logical field number 1 and select cell F8. Okay, now let's go ahead and type the lesser than and equal symbol and type the number 900. Let's go ahead and click inside the logical field number 2 and select cell G8. This time we're going to type the lesser than and equal symbol followed by the number 50. Now let's go ahead and click OK and view our results. Okay, so let's go ahead and repeat these steps, but this time we'll use the OR function. Let's begin by placing our mouse inside of cell H9 and grabbing the logical drop down. Let's select OR. Let's click inside the logical field number 1 and select cell F9. Let's type the greater than and equal symbol plus the number 700. Okay, let's go ahead and click inside of the logical field number 2 and select cell G9. Okay, let's type the greater than and equal than symbol followed by the number 40. Let's click OK and view our results. Okay, so let's do our final example. Let's go ahead and select cell H10. Let's go ahead and select the logical drop down and grab OR. Okay, let's click inside the first logical field and select cell F10. Let's go ahead and type the symbol lesser than or equal to, followed by the number 900. Let's go ahead and click inside of the logical field number 2. Let's select cell G10. We're going to type the lesser than or equal to 50. Let's click OK and view our results. Okay, we're going to wrap up the lesson with this final example. Be sure to join us in the next video where we will combine the if statement with the and or function using the automated tool. So that wraps up this lesson from Microsoft Excel. I hope that you are getting the most out of these level up lessons. Please do let us know if you have questions or concern. Take a break if you need to, and we will see you in the next video.